welcome back to yet another episode of Vibing Out, the show where each week we highlight and showcase exciting new talent from Perth's music scene. I'm your host, Rob. On this week's episode, we'll be tuning into the lives of some young aspiring musicians and a well-known Australian online magazine, The Rock Pit. So, let's get into it. Please give a warm welcome to our first guests, Tim and Kelly from Ivy Dream. Welcome.
G'day guys, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Cheers.
All right, thanks for being on the show, guys. It's a pleasure to have you here. Now, before we get started, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of look at some footage from you guys to see what you've been up to in the last couple of months.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Wow, awesome. It looks like you guys have been really busy.
Yeah, the old studio.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a fun time down there at Tuna Fish, down in O'Connor.
Yep.
That fan in the last shot, that's our only fan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Right. The one in the corner.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet?
So Kelly and I went to high school together.
Yep.
So we met that would have been 2011.
Yeah, year 7.
Yep, year 7, 2011, out there on the quad at one fateful recess, and then after that, I don't know, we were like playing music.
Yeah, we were in a lot
high
of school bands,
yeah,
right,
things like that together. So we've been playing music together for a long time.
Yep. So you've been playing music together for a while, and then you decided to form a band. How did the name Ivy Dream come about?
So Ivy Dream. So Kelly came to the band after it was formed.
He went off and did his own thing. I just came back, forced myself in.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. So after high school, I don't know, I was venturing around, and Kelly and I were jamming a little bit with a few other crew, and then I came here to SAE doing a Bachelor of Audio, and I got put together with a group of other crew for an assignment. It was literally, we're sitting there in Michael Unwin's class, and he goes, "Oh, put your hand up if you know how to use Ableton," and we all put our hand up, and then he put us in a group for an assignment, and then we were making a song together in one of the control rooms, and then we decided, like, we were kind of just talking amongst ourselves and whatever and figuring it all out, and we decided that we enjoyed making music together, and we figured out that between all of us, we pretty much had a full band set up happening.
Nice. Yep.
So then we're at the pub a few days later just brainstorming names, and there was 4 of us at the time, so we came up with like IV, like the Roman numeral for like 4,
cool.
IV Dream, and then also kind of like intravenous, and then we just changed it to IVY, like the plant, because we just thought it looked better on paper. So
that was a catchy name. Sounds
yeah,
good.
thank you.
So what inspires the sound for Ivy Dream?
You know, like the 90s?
Like
It's
90s?
pretty much the whole
Yeah, yeah.
90s.
Yeah, I mean, each member of the band, we all had very different influences,
Yep.
and they all kind of came together. And
So it was quite a collaboration.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
And through COVID, how did you find it through COVID? You personally, but also as a band trying to survive in such a place.
Obviously, it was very tough because, you know, gigs got cancelled, everything like
Yeah.
that. I think we had 3 consecutive days of gigs lined up, and we had to can them all, so that was pretty shocking. But
yeah, that was cool.
once everyone went into lockdown, there was this kind of sense of community. Everyone was coming together, like, got to support the artists, because they're doing it tough as well.
Because I did see something you did through COVID, the live stream that you put
down
up,
at Wave House.
which sounded fantastic. That was at Waves House, was it?
Yeah,
Wave
Wave
House,
House.
yeah.
Yep.
It's so much fun, man.
It's
so
this
much fun.
beach shack down in Indajup, near Yallingup.
Yep.
beautiful spot, and they just set it up for us to do a little live stream gig.
Yeah, nice.
Acoustic, and that was nice as the sun was going down.
That was when they still had the border checkpoints up as well.
Yeah.
And they gave us, the crew from the Wave House sent us like a document saying what we were going to be doing and all of that, and that we had to travel between Perth and Indooroopilly to get there. And then, we're showing the document to the cops at the checkpoint, like,
is that right?
like, we're going to get through and whatever. And then we get through and we're like, we felt so important.
Fantastic. Well, I did get to see it. It looked amazing. Great.
Oh, thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
It's an inspiring place to sit
it's a
and
magical
play some
place,
music.
a magical place.
Now, if you could have dinner with any musician, past or present, who would it be? Tim?
I've got to say, probably David Bowie.
David Bowie?
David
And
Bowie
why?
or Prince.
Okay. Yep.
I just think it would be very interesting dinner table conversation.
Yep.
This is hard. This is actually hard. Yeah, David Bowie is the first one that came to my head.
And Prince.
Yeah, and
Both
Prince.
recently passed as well.
Yeah.
How about you, Kelly?
I was gonna say David Bowie. Stole
Yep.
my answer. But yeah, no, I was thinking Bowie because he was a very well-spoken man, and anything he said about any topic was just, you could listen to him talk for ages. So I think just sitting down having a dinner with him,
Yep.
any conversation would be.
It'd be quite interesting.
Yeah.
He was actually a very good actor as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I read somewhere he did acting before he became famous with music. As far as I
I
remember,
think
something like that.
Yeah.
There was
He did
something
Smack
like that,
Pass.
and with Johnny Depp, it's the reverse.
Right.
Yeah, Johnny Depp actually started his acting career because he was in LA to pursue music. Fun
Right.
fact.
Yeah. But he gets back on stage every now and then, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what advice would you guys give to someone who's looking to get into the music scene in Perth, or just, get into the music scene altogether?
Just do it. Nike. Just
do
do
it.
it. Just pump it out. You don't stand to lose much from just getting out into the world and putting yourself out there. If what you're doing and your art is genuine and true to yourself, literally just put it out there, and people will get around it. That's just kind of, that's the basic process. You can't be sitting there second guessing yourself all the time. Because
Can't be afraid to take risks.
Yeah, that's totally it. Because I remember starting out, for me, it was really hard. I had all these, garage band beats that I'd made on my phone that I never wanted to release and whatever. And then it's kind of it's like a leap of faith.
Yep. So just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Great. That's good advice. Now, thanks heaps for
Cheers.
being here with us today. Now, can you guys stick around for a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got this game show that we're going to go straight into here. And it's a game show that's, what I'll do is I'll read out the instructions, all right? And we've got some buzzers in front of you here, and we're going to go straight into that. So, and there is a prize at the end. Not at the very end of this right now, but you will get a prize. Someone will win to get a prize. Now, this is how we're going to play. This game is called Lost in Translation. No, Lost in Google Translation. Now, we've taken some lyrics from some well-known songs. We've jumbled them up through Google translating them.
Yep.
And they've come back out into English. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out what Google translated. All right, I'll go one line at a time from each song.
This is a good game.
And the first to buzz in to who knows the song, I'll ask what the song is, and if it's right, you get a point. So what we'll do, we'll just test the buzzers first. Do you guys understand that?
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
right. You
Sounds
guys
good.
just test the buzzer. Tim, you go, that's fine. All right.
Third time's a charm.
And Kelly, away you go.
There we go.
All right, buzzer's working. Here we go. Straight into the first song. All right. Turn off the lights and reduce the risk. We are here now, entertain us. Kelly.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Nice.
Excellent
Surprised you
work.
didn't get that.
Yeah. I was just thinking about just the process of putting things through 5 different languages and getting back into English. I was like, oh Jesus, trying to just trace it down. I think I'm overthinking it.
All right, song number 2. All right, now we're going to go into song number 2. All right, well done, Kelly. Okay, song number 2. Remember, this has been translated by Google. Export light. Come on tonight. Hold my hand to descend forever. Yes, we always do. Hold my hand to descend forever. Hold my hand.
Oh, God.
No? Thinking?
Descend forever. Going down to go down.
I think the main clue is export light.
Export light.
Time's up.
Oh, man, that's racked my brain.
Yeah.
All right, Enter the Sandman.
Oh, exit light into the night.
All right,
Oh, my
song
God.
number 3. This one I would expect to be buzzers getting slammed pretty quickly. All right, Mum, I just killed someone. I don't know who got that first. I'm going to say Kelly,
Kelly's
because you
got
had
it.
your hand on the buzzer.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody,
By
that's
Queen.
right. Another point to Kelly, well done. Okay,
Just killed someone.
I just
All
killed
right.
someone.
song number 4. I fell. Have a good time. Yearning for change, I'm afraid of myself in difficult times. Tell me, boy, are you trying to fill this gap? Or do you need more? Isn't it difficult to stay so tenacious?
Oh, no.
I have no idea. Are we allowed to hear it again?
I fell, yes, I fell. Have a good time. Yearning for change. I'm afraid of myself in difficult times. Tell me, boy, that's a clue. Are you trying to fill this gap? Or do you need more? Isn't it difficult to stay so tenacious?
I have no idea.
That is tough.
Nope.
Tell me, boy.
Tell me, boy. That's a good clue. Time's up. Okay, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Shallow.
Oh, tell me something, girl.
All right. Song number 5. My Lone Lucifer. Stay there to kill time. I can't sin. Peter is on vacation. Open invitation. Animal proof. The Pearl Gate looks more like a fence. Once in, I have friends, but I can't invite them.
That's deep.
That's deep, man. How deep is that? These should be the lyrics. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
we should
it.
just, change the lyrics. No?
Ah, man.
My Lone Lucifer.
My lone Lucifer.
Stay there to kill time. I can't sin. Peter is on vacation. Open invitation. Animal proof. The Pearl Gate looks more like a fence. Once in, I have friends, but I can't invite them.
Can't invite them. Oh, Lord.
No?
Is it a Coldplay song?
No,
No.
it is a Billie Eilish song. All the good girls go to hell.
Oh.
All right.
There you go.
I think we've got time for one more. All right, song number 6. You should be able to get this one. Man, you're a strong young man. He shouted in the street. One day.
We will rock you.
Yes. Very good.
Yes.
Well done.
I finally got one.
Point to Tim.
I got something on the card.
Okay, now we're going to go into one more song. We've got one more song, song number 7 here. They said we need to take care of what we have. It doesn't matter if we do it or not.
Halfway there.
I don't know.
Living
was
on a
really
Prayer
close.
by
Yeah,
Bon
go on.
Jovi.
Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi, another point to Tim. Okay, thanks for playing that, guys. That was a fantastic
thank you.
game.
That
a
was
bit of fun there.
Man, some of those were really tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Google Translate
Yeah.
does a number on those
Well, like I
lyrics.
said, they should use some of those lyrics.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to take a look at an amazing online music magazine keeping the Perth local scene alive. Now, when we're back, we'll see who's won from this game here. But right now, we're going to take a look at the Rock Pit.
I said, it's a shame there's not too many music sites out there that cover this sort of thing. And he said, start your own. That's what I did.
Let's see, the Rock Pit started back in 2009.
To my understanding, Mark Diggins is the sort of heartbeat of it all, really. He used to go to gigs and follow other websites and magazines and...
But the original idea was to put out something that covered the music that I loved.
So the rock pit was kind of there to fill in those blank spaces that needed to be filled.
Why not have something in Perth that promoted Perth bands? Ten years ago, even the internet was quite different. There were a lot of music sites out there, but a lot of them were pretty generalist, really, and not a lot of them really covered Australian music unless it was sort of obscure indie bands and you lived in Melbourne.
2 years now I've been with the site. I bumped into Mark at a gig in the city, and then a few weeks later bumped into him again. We got talking, and then I just off my own back put in a review, and I've been here ever since. So coming up to my 100th interview with the site, and yeah, it's the best thing I've done. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic.
Basically, just when I came in, it was already starting to establish itself. So 2011, they were looking for, just volunteers and writers and reviewers and such. And they wanted someone that had a different approach to music as far as different genres and stuff like that they weren't covering. In fact, the first gig review that I ever did for the Rock Pit was Metallica in San Francisco.
From as young as I can remember, I loved attending shows. One of the first shows I ever went to, I snuck in and I managed to get in the back door and saw a band on stage live. And from then, it's sort of like that passion never really stopped.
Local and underground music has always been my thing.
But I was one of those ones that was, Iron Maiden, I'm liking this, what's this? And all my mates frowned at me.
If you go through to other media publications, they kind of tend to go for bigger names and bands who have buzz, but they don't really look at the music in the way that we do. We kind of go for quality of the bands and what do they bring to the table. The idea of the Rock Pit, the fact that it was it had such a focus on local music and underground music, which I'm a big proponent for.
Yeah, I mean, I was one of those kids who always read the music magazines and the free press and stuff like that all the time and catch up with all the stuff I was interested in, but I found myself wading through pages and pages of stuff I wasn't necessarily interested in just to get to those bands that I really cared about.
I love interviewing artists, sometimes not hugely famous, when they're in other parts of the world, just to find out what the music genre's like there, what the scene's like. When you get to talk to people from these different countries, it's really, really interesting to find out what their background is. So I love to find out how they got into music as well, which is pretty cool.
It's just the music. There is so much talent out there in the local underground scene, and it's just down to marketing and promoting. And a lot of bands don't have the necessary tools and the knowledge on how to do that. We've said, well, why as well you try to utilise that and help the bands as well, on top of obviously giving them some media exposure as well on top of that.
The good thing with the Rock Pit is we're very interactive, so anything people want to read and see and can't access any of these huge commercialised magazines, we've got all the social media platforms and we read every single message we get. So if there's anything new readers want to see or read, or just let us know, and we're happy to take it all on board. And because at the end of the day, we are readers ourselves, so we want new readers to read what we want to hear, because it's probably things we've missed as well. So
all the big bands that you know all started out in the same way that all your local bands are. They all played in the small little venues and they were playing in front of 50 or 100 people or whatever it was. I think if we can try to get people to really support the scene back in the way that it used to be done, so there's no reason why that can't happen again. So we'd love to see that happen in the future.
So what's the point in reading a review of an album that the reviewer thinks is awful? There's no point. I want to tell you about the music I love so that you can go away and listen to it and make your own decision.
Welcome back. Okay, now it is time to announce the winner of the game that we played just before. We saw a little bit about the Rock Pit. The game was called Lost in Google Translation. And I'm here to tell you, because we do have a prize here, the winner by 1 point is Tim.
And
just
you clutched. Kelly, you were talking all before the game saying you were going to win.
You win a bag of Alan's party mix. No artificial colours.
Oh,
there
man,
you go,
thank
Tim.
you.
Congratulations.
What a
well
treat.
done.
You know what? I am going to be gracious and share. All right. Good. We won't have to fight to the death in the car park afterwards.
Excellent. Share amongst the entire crew. There's plenty in there.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, there's heaps.
So we're just talking the break as well. So you guys are lining up some stuff a bit later on, maybe. Is that right? You're just sort of getting things together and seeing what happens next. Yep.
Yeah. At the moment, we're basically putting together this debut EP, and then we want to basically be ready for when the summer rolls around.
Yep.
We want to kind of launch that and play a few shows around the place. Might end up venturing out of Perth a little bit and doing some shows out in the sticks, but who knows?
Yep.
So,
fantastic.
Yeah, it's all kind of we're just planning and plotting and kind of just getting ready for that.
I suppose that's all we can do, really, isn't it? You know,
yeah, pretty much.
It's unfound. Everyone's in the same kind of boat. It's a bit of a level playing field at the moment.
Yeah,
so that's all we can do. Well, look, once again, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you guys on the couch here today. It's always interesting to talk about music, especially for me and everybody out there. Also to find out how people are getting through COVID and talking to very aspiring artists like yourself. Thanks very much for that. Okay, now it's time to wrap it up. That's all we have, but we're going to see a performance by you guys, Ivy Dream. Now this song is called Turbulence.
Everything that goes up must come down. That's not reassuring when I leave the ground. For the clouds are my enemy, it would seem. Not afraid of flying, just afraid of falling down. Still not reassuring when I leave the ground. For the moon, such a long way to fall. Take my hand, I'm afraid of the mystery. I don't believe in God, but I'll pray if the plane goes down. And I'm so high I can barely breathe, suffocating in fear of the mystery. I don't believe in God, but I'll pray if the plane goes down. Believe that everything that goes up must come down. Still not reassuring when I leave the ground. For the clouds are my enemy, it would seem. I'm so high I can barely see. Take my hand, I'm afraid of the mystery. I don't believe in God, but I'll pray if the plane goes down. And I'm so high I can barely breathe, suffocating in fear of the mystery. I don't believe in God, but I'll pray if the plane goes down. This turbulence is overwhelming me, and I'm not afraid of dying today. But this turbulence is overwhelming me, and I'm not afraid of dying today, but this time don't believe in God, but I'll pray if the plane goes down. And I'm so high, way up in the sky. Yeah, I'm so high. Yeah, I'm so high.
Fantastic. Again, that was Turbulence by Ivy Dream, so make sure to check them out on SoundCloud. Fantastic. Great listening to that song there just now, guys. It's been a pleasure once again having you on the couch. Now, you've got a bit of a different lineup at the moment. Is that right? You're going through a change with the band?
Yeah, that's it. So we had, so our drummer that we had and that we played a lot of gigs with, and then we did a lot of the recordings with Josh. He came and joined us because his other band, Carmelade, who you should definitely check out. They're a fantastic band.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. They got back together because they were on a hiatus. And so basically while they were on that hiatus, Josh, wanted to continue playing music. So he came and joined up with us. And then he went back, so we found our newest drummer, Andrew. That was so weird how that happened, actually. We were at his ex-girlfriend's 21st, right?
Yep.
And our friend comes up to us and is talking about music, and it gets to the topic of the band, and she said, are you guys looking for a new drummer? Because I've got a drummer friend who's looking for a new band, because his band's just broken up. And then we were I was like, yeah, if you know him, get him to come down, because we were organising a jam session. We were going to audition some people the next day.
Yep.
So he came down, and then basically we had a jam with him, ran a few of the songs, had a chat to him. Just musically and personally, he was just a great fit.
Just clicked immediately.
Just clicked. So
it was meant to be.
cool.
Yeah. We didn't have to give him too many instructions.
Yep.
When he came in for the jam with us, he
He
kind of
was
just
right
picked it up
onto
pretty
it.
intuitively, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's amazing when
Super
that
cool.
chemistry just
Yeah.
works. Though.
Yeah.
It happens. You see it on a lot of television shows. You see it especially with bands.
Yeah.
Like you see it, let's say Seinfeld or Friends. The chemistry between them just works.
Yeah.
When they break up, it's different. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So things are looking good then.
Yeah,
It's
things are looking
like-
up.
Yeah, fantastic. And we're going to be seeing you, like I said before. I asked that before. You're going to be on stage as soon as you can and
Hopefully,
back
yeah.
out there. Do you have any favourite venues you like to play at?
We do love Mojos.
Mojos,
There's
yeah.
always going to be a soft spot in my heart for Mojos and the Rosemount.
Yep.
I just really love those two venues.
Both of those venues have a good rap. A lot of
Yeah.
people say Mojos, especially the Rosemount, I hear a lot of as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Are you local to Freo, or are you?
So we're both north side. We're both around the Wembley Downs, Scarborough, Doubleview sort of area.
Right. Okay.
So
it's my neck of the woods.
yeah.
Okay, so that's all we have time for. Look, it's been an absolute pleasure once again talking to you guys. Now, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Vibing Out. Now, make sure you tune in to Friday's episode, where we'll be interviewing one of SAE's finest teachers and experiencing the magic of virtual reality headsets. That is on next show, which will be coming to you very soon. And that'll be, once again, very interesting. Once again, I've been your host, Robert Jackson, and you've been enjoying our company. Thanks for tuning in.